Hey guys, AXL here with Red Hot Heat, back for another war highlight video. This war, as you can see, was really close. Came down to percentage. Um, we were just barely able to edge them out. As you can see, both sides had number 2 left. However, the difference is they were only able to get 59%, whereas we were able to get 88%. So really close war. These guys were really good, especially their Town Hall 9s. They cleaned up our 9s really early. I don't think they used too many dips, if any at all. But anyway, the difference was in the top, and our top did really well this war, and that's what made the difference. So let's take a look at some attacks. Number 1 by Bert. So Bert comes in with a La Lune attack. Uses some minions there to start creating a funnel, taking out some of the uh, outside buildings just to start cleaning. Was scouted, so he did know that there was a Tesla there. Um, just one little quick thing is a level 6 balloon cannot take out. I forgot what level that is, but that Tesla basically. Level 7 will be able to, however. So after he's made his exterior funnel, he drops in his Barb King along with the bowlers, uses his Warden ability there, and here he's able to get the Archer Queen and 1 air defense, and he's just waiting here to pop his AQ ability there just to take out that first Inferno Tower as well. So now he comes in towards the second Inferno Tower, drops in 2 lavas and targeted loons on each defense there. Nice. 2 for each defense. Drops in his freeze spell, and then here he drops in more lavas followed by more loons, and just working his way around counterclockwise. One thing that I noticed some people doing, whether you're Town Hall 9 attacker or a Town Hall 10 or 11, in this case, is you want to bring haste spells more so than rage. You do need rage in certain situations. For example, dealing with Inferno Tower or like a big group of Teslas. But for the most part, you want to bring haste. The reason being, haste spells boost the speed more so than rages. So I think a level 1 haste spell provides the same boost as a max rage. Obviously, it doesn't give the power, the attack boost, but balloons are very powerful already. 2 balloon drops would kill most defenses. With the exception of things like Expos, Inferno Towers, or I think Wizard Towers now. I'm not 100% on that, but most of the stuff can be killed with just 2 loon drops, and you have a huge group of them. So the extra power usually isn't really needed, but only in certain circumstances you would need a rage. So usually you would want to bring a lot more haste. That way you can cover more area with the boosts. But very nicely executed there by Bert. We're going to skip to number 3. Mercy also doing really well this war. Coming in with a Golem Valk attack basically, which works really well on these ring type bases here. So drops in a baby dragon just to create a bit of a funnel for his Archer Queen. Once the funnel is created, he drops down a couple of wall breakers to make entry. Reason being, he cannot walk just around the outside of the base because there's obviously 3 sections of the base, 3 rings, and he needs to make a deeper funnel. He can't just make a funnel on the outside ring, because once they get to the second layer of ring, they will go around in a circle and not go into the core. Also, obviously, the Archer Queen can't reach the air defense from the outside, so he does need to make entry here. So after he's made entry here, he drops in 1 hog just to get the CC Lord out. I don't Well, now it is a full lore. The Hog didn't really get the full lore. Looks like he didn't really need it, because his AQ walked in range anyway. But on the other side, he has a Golem and a couple of Wizards, and they're going to make a funnel here, and drops in his Barb King as well, I guess just to help out, but I personally prefer to have the Barb King along with my Valkyries. But it looks like the Barb King is gonna go towards the top and join in with the Valkyries anyway. But the Bowlers, as you can see, has made a nice funnel on the other side as well, and now he's dropped in his Valkyries, and they will make entry, and utilizing that jump, go straight into the core. As you can see, the funnel is really nicely created, where the Valkyries only have the option of going to the core and nowhere else. So Rage for the center, second Rage, and he still has a heal spell left that he hasn't even used. I prefer to drop the heal spell more where he dropped his second Rage and wait for a little bit, just like the Valk right now is beating on the wall, and I like to give the Valks some time to heal up, because Valks tend to move really fast. So if they don't have something there to stall them, they're just gonna move out of the heal very quickly. So no matter what Town Hall I'm attacking, I like to drop the Rage on the other side, and allow the Valks maybe some time to heal up while they're beating on the wall, and then I'll drop the Rage once they're almost through, or after they get through the second, the other side of the core. But anyway, very nicely done there. Very nice funnel creation there, and that is something that that really needs to be mastered in order to get really both ground and air attacks. More so ground than air, but for these Valkyrie type of attacks on these ring bases, you really need to know how to create a solid funnel like that. Not only just exterior buildings, but also for ring bases, the interior as well. You want to create a funnel deep enough so that the Valks have nowhere else to go other than the core. So just pay attention to these type of attacks if that's what you need to work on. But anyway, number 4, also by Mercy. Switching it up here, going with a La Luna attack. I actually don't know which one he did first, but anyway, he comes in with 2 baby dragons here to create his funnel. And once the funnel is created, he drops in his Golem and Giant. Personally, there I prefer to have a Wizard and a Barb with my Golem. Just so, I mean, the Golem does provide, I mean, the Giant does provide a little bit of extra tanking, but it's not much. I'd much rather have the DPS behind the Golem. But anyway, creates a nice little funnel there, and the Barb King goes in. He has a Lava Hound in the CC, so it is going to stall up his Archer Queen there. But she does eventually get through it, like as you see here, and he has that poison spell there to take care of the pups. And right now his kill squad is actually still doing pretty well there. Golem is still out in front tanking, Barb King behind, and Archer Queen still behind the Golem and the Barb King putting out damage. But anyway, he has that standard La Luna deployment going clockwise, starting with the edge defense and working his way clockwise. I see a lot of people doing these La Luna attacks, and some of them are attacking in the middle. And by that, here, let me actually, this is obviously gonna be a pretty simple cleanup. He has a ton of pups, tons of balloons, and actually both heroes still alive, and that's a very rare, well, not rare, very rare, but not really common to see both heroes alive in a La Luna attack. Obviously they're usually sacrificed in the kill squad. But I just want to mention something real quick, and I'll mention it if I see other La Luna attacks in the upcoming attacks. But just really quick, I kind of skipped over the La Luna portion of this while I was talking about the kill squad. But as you can see here, he's starting with the defense that's uh, that's here's the section that he's taken out with the kill squad, and this is the defenses that are on the edge of that sort of piece that he's cut out of this pie, let's say. And he's starting with this end, dropping in lavas and loons behind, and you want to start with the defense that's on the edge of this pie. I see some people starting in like with their loons over here, and then what happens is the loons take out these defenses, and then they have to travel backwards to get these defenses that he's left behind, and then that delays the process, and you want your balloons moving around continuously in a group all together, going either clockwise or counterclockwise. So that is the correct deployment. Obviously there's times, very rare times, but there are times that calls for you to not deploy that way. Maybe if you're trying to funnel your loons towards a target such as a Inferno Tower, but usually that's the way you want to deploy it, just like Mercy did there. Alright, number 5 by Easy. Alright, looks like Easy's attacking this sort of like a Town Hall 10, with just AQ Walk on one side to create a funnel, and then he's going to use that Golem and probably Bowlers in the CC, I would think, or maybe, I don't know, maybe Hogs or something, but he's going to create this funnel with the Archer Queen on one side, and then eventually he's going to drop that Golem and create another funnel on the other side, and have his Valkyries come in between. One thing though about this AQ Walk is, as you can see, the Archer Queen wasn't able to reach the air defense, so the air defense was able to take out one or two of his healers. So yeah, he had Bowlers in the clan castle. And on this side, I would prefer to maybe AQ Walk over here and take out the clan castle with my Archer Queen, and then maybe use the Bowler and Golem somewhere else. I just think it's better to have the Archer Queen take out the clan castle. But anyway, Valkyries, max Valkyries are obviously going to destroy this base. One thing though I would like to point out is these type of all Valkyrie attacks work really well against wide open bases, such as the base that we saw earlier with where Mercy attacked. It's just 3 rings, and the Valks have open range to basically get to every single layer freely. Whereas bases like this, where it's segmented, I would much prefer to have something on the back end to help with the defenses on the back end, such as Hogs or Loons or whatever defense targeting troops you have. Reason being, the compartments, you can't count on the Valkyries to get into every single compartment where there's a defense, because they're melee, and you don't know if they're gonna get into every compartment. So I'd much rather have the Hogs there. 15 Valks is kind of overkill here. I would have maybe 12, 11 of them, because they're max, and then have some Hogs just to clean on the back end, for Town Hall 9s at least, and these type of bases where they're compartmentalized. All right, number 6. This is a dragon attack by just a bully attack, so we're gonna skip that. Number 7 by Fear. Looks like a 2 Golem Hobo. I would assume there are Bowlers in the clan castle. Anyway, drops a Hog in, or Archer, I think maybe. I don't know what he dropped there. I think it was a Hog, and the Archers just to pull the CC out. And then drops in 2 Wizards there to help with One thing though, one thing fear is watch some of Bro's attacks and how he deals with that CC. It's a little bit different. Usually you see loons with the dragon, but the point is, I think he uses a couple of archers really, just to finish off that large, the big dragon. And what happens is he drops in archers one at a time, just to keep the dragon in poison, and then just a couple of archers just to finish it off. It might be better than using using wizards, because wizards do obviously pack a lot more punch, but they're one shot, one kill. So one shot from the dragon and 4 troop space is gone. Whereas the archer, it's going to kill one archer, but you're dropping it one at a time spread out, so it's killing one troop space at a time, which is obviously more time consuming for the dragon, and hence it's going to stay in the poison longer. But anyway, not a really big deal, but very nice deployment there. He got the bowlers into the cores, which is where you want them to be, and the golems in the center as well, tanking, while the hogs go around the back end on the outside, cleaning up the rest of the defenses, and nicely deployed heal spells as well. So all right, number 8 by Hawk, Ezel's Town Hall 9. Looks like a La Lune attack. Drops in a baby dragon there just to clear up that corner building, and a wizard on top to do the same, and then obviously to start creating a funnel. 2 golems down, which means that he's going for 2 air defenses. Anytime you spend 2 golems, you want to make sure that you're able to at least get 2 air defenses to make that worthwhile. But it looks like here the Archer Queen is going to get the first one, and unfortunately somehow that Expo locked onto the Archer Queen, but I think Hawk will momentarily drop his ability there, just like that, and also going to take down that sweeper, which is nice because he's going to start his La Lune attack from the right hand side. Just real quick here, just to reiterate, sorry, that's from last time, just to reiterate my point before, which is here you have this pie, and here's the piece that you've cut out with the kill squad, and then you either pick to start on this side or on this side. This sweeper is pointing this way, so obviously you do not want to start on the side where you're going against the sweeper, so he starts wisely from the other side, and again dropping loons on the defense that's closest to this side. That way the balloon takes out this, drops in the lava's balloons all around, 2 per defense, or sometimes 3 if needed, and then you got this nice clockwise pattern. All the loons will converge and move together around the base, while the lava hounds go out in front tanking while they move from air defense to air defense. So that's the correct type of deployment you want to do. One thing though I do want to say, which is what I said before, especially with Town Hall 9s, the only 2 defenses in Town Hall 9s that can't be killed by 2 loon drops is, I think, the Expo and the air defense. Pretty sure everything else can be taken out by just 2 loon drops. So he has 2 balloons per defense, and obviously when they converge it's going to be more than 2, so you do not need the extra power. What you do want is a bunch of haste, so for those 2 rages you would have 4 more haste, and you can really just cover the entire base with haste as needed. Sometimes it's not a good idea to make him go that fast, because you end up having a lot of lava hounds that aren't busted, which obviously is bad for your cleanup. But if need be, you have all those haste to even waste over here just to have the balloons enter really quickly. But yeah, the 2 rages is not necessary. The extra power is not needed for Town Hall 9s. 1 rage is fine, but I would at least bring 2 more haste and sacrifice 1 rage. But anyway, let's watch the rest of this attack here. So as you can see here, he only had one more rage left, which obviously was good enough for this base, but had he had 2 haste, he could have dropped one here and then another one here where this rage is, and just to help those balloons along and cover more area. Alright, and again, seeing this again where both heroes are still alive, and that's always great to see. Because it does help a lot with cleanup, especially when the Archer Queen is alive, because she does do a lot of cleanup work. Alright, next one, number 9, also by Hawk. Switching it up, going ground this time. Another all Valkyrie, looks like all Valkyrie attack. And this base is much more suited for the massive Valkyrie type of attack, because as you can see, there's much less compartments in this base. It's pretty much just a large ring all around the outside of the base. So once you create your funnel, get the Valkyries to the core, they come out on the other side, they pretty much reach every single compartment. So waiting to drop his healers, a little bit late on the healers. A little bit risky there, but she does come out fine. And then he drops the golem there. So just creating an outside funnel there. And then bowlers behind. I'm not exactly sure. Okay, so I think he's doing this more like a Town Hall 10 attack, which works fine. Okay, good. Which is he clears out enough buildings over here around the outside, so that when he has his jump here, the Valks go into the core. Little bit close there with this building here. Had the bowlers not taken it out, the Valkyries might have went around the outside. Just as a habit, usually you want to drop one Valkyrie first, just to test where it goes. If it turns out the Valkyrie is gonna walk around, just give it a little bit of time until the funnel is fully created before you drop the rest of your Valkyries. Then you don't want all your Valkyries going around the outside. So good habit to drop that test Valkyrie unless you know you're good. But yeah, okay. Let's continue. So the Valkyries here are going into the core. He's got that rage down for his Valkyries, and then they will beat through this wall, especially under that rage spell. And again, as you can see here, once they exit through the back of the core, they will have access to the rest of this base. Although they will try to beat their way outside now, since those are the closest buildings. But the Archer Queen is there to clean up the last remaining. Well, actually, not the last defense. Second to last defense, but that bomb tower is not going to do much, especially with all the troops that he has left here. Alright. Nice job. Let's take a look at the next one. By this is a Town Hall 10 bully attack, where I'll skip that one. This one by Bish Bash Bosh. I believe this was the last Town Hall 9 remaining, and I think Bish Bash Boss was the last Town Hall 9 as well. So nice cleanup attack here. I believe this wasn't the first attack on this base. We had a couple of fails, but Bosch was able to clean it up nicely here. Poison spell a little bit late. That golem did take a lot of damage from the Valkyrie and the wizards. So just pay attention to that a little bit. Know when you're dropping your poison spell. Had a baby dragon left in the clan castle, but that Archer Queen's going to take care of it really quickly. And his hobo kill squad has made their way into pretty much the core of the base, and now he's going to start dropping in his hogs, starting from the top, while some of the defenses are distracted by the golem in the core. And that golem will move down towards the bottom and start tanking the defenses, the expo at the bottom, which is really nice there. and he's just doing a sort of targeted deployment, big group in the beginning, and then more reinforcements as the Hogs progress their way around, going counterclockwise. And a remaining heal for the last group of Hogs here, our last group of defenses rather here, and they will clean that up nicely as the Archer Queen joins them. And he's got some cleanup troops up top with wizards, some archers, archer wizards for the corner huts. He does have a lot of cleanup troops saved up, which is always nice. Good to have wizards cleaning up around the outside, and his Hogs doing some cleanup work on the inside. So nicely done there, well executed. Number 12 by Windshard. This is Ezel's low Town Hall 9. Looks up like almost a straight up Hog attack. Just one golem there just to go in and help kill the Archer Queen. Wizards to create the funnel, Barb King in, Archer Queen in, and they will make short work of that enemy Archer Queen. Poisons down for the CC troops, and then right here he drops his Hogs in right away, which is really good because he knows his Archer Queen and Wizards were going to take care of that CC Dragon. So better to get your Hogs in straight away. That way, look at his Queen. His Queen is not getting damaged at all. So pretty much he's saved his Queen. And like I said before, the Queen is a really good resource to have for cleanup, and that's exactly what she's going to do here. Just walk around the inner ring of the base and start doing some cleanup on those high HP storages there. Meanwhile, he's covered pretty much the entire base, entire map with heals, and his Hogs still, a lot of them left, doing some nice cleanup work there. And eventually that Archer Queen is going to come over and shoot down. Nope, she's gonna go for the Town Hall instead. I think maybe they should slightly increase the aggro range of the Archer Queen, because a lot of times I see her standing right next to whether it be a enemy CC troops or enemy hero, where she's standing right next to a unit that's being hit and she does nothing about it. I think maybe just slightly they should increase the aggro of the Archer Queen. I don't know how much it's gonna affect the overall AI of the Archer Queen, but I just feel like she doesn't really aggro on fast enough, whereas troops like wizards and archers aggro on at a much higher range, I think. But anyway, I think this is pretty much a Town Hall 8, yeah. 3 air defenses. Well, actually, a really nice base. Town Hall 8 defenses, pretty much, and it's got a level 16 Archer Queen, so nice extreme 0.5 base there. But anyway, really nice war, really close war, and those are always the most fun. But actually, let's see, how long has this been? Alright, let's take a real quick look at the war that we just finished. Really not a hard war at all, obviously. As you can see from the score, they didn't really try after they knew they were going to get beat. But let's just take a look at some real quick attacks. I actually didn't watch all of these yet, so good chance for me to take a look at some of these attacks as well, this being one of them. Number 3 done by Easy. Starts off with a Queen Walk here from the bottom. I think eventually, after he passes this Inferno Tower, I think he's going to want to break in. Cut that Hog in just to lure out the CC. Pretty easy CC to deal with. Always easy to deal with a dragon and a couple of loons there. Got his poison spells down. Those loons won't make it to the Archer Queen. She's going to finish off that dragon, and the balloons are going to die off right there. Now, unfortunately right here, the Archer Queen will probably die because of that Inferno Tower. I think he might have intended his Archer Queen to maybe walk on there, but yeah, she's gonna get shot down here for sure, because she can't be healed while that Inferno Tower is on her. But he has made the other side of his funnel with the Golem, Barb King, and Bowlers, and he's gotten his huge group of Valkyries into the core, and it looks pretty much over. I do notice as well that you bring the freeze spell a lot, which honestly, most of the time for these type of bases, when there's both Inferno Towers in the same location, even when they're in different locations, usually you don't really need a freeze spell. You more so need maybe a heal spell on the back end, and just rage them through and then heal on the back end to get their HP back up. But usually freeze spells are not really necessary. As you can see there, the Valks took down the Inferno Tower pretty much the same time as the freeze was dropped, so the freeze wasn't really needed. I'd much rather have a heal on the back end to get the Valkyries healed back up to deal with the remaining point defense on the outside. But nicely done there, nice funnel creation. Alright, number 4 by Bert, doing a lot of... Oh no, never mind. Take that back. This was a Valkyrie attack. Pretty much this was the same attack that Bro used. The only difference is Bro didn't have an Archer Queen. He actually pretty much got the 3-star. I think he was like 3 percentage points away, just a couple of trash buildings on the outside that he didn't have time to take care of, which is really nice for not having an Archer Queen. But so pretty much same start. Got the CC Lord, and if you're watching Fear, this is what I was talking about before with dealing with that type of CC. Double poison, and then a couple of archers just to finish off that large dragon. Anyway, a funnel on the bottom, and he's got that baby dragon creating the funnel on the top. Meanwhile, he's got his Barb King along with his Valkyries in. They will come in, and the good thing about this, you didn't have to make the funnel too deep. Reason being that Archer Queen that he put inside the core aggroed all of those Valkyries in, because she was shooting at one Valkyrie, so all of them pretty much went over and attacked her. So they made their way out of the core, got that double jump going straight through the core, so the core got demolished pretty quickly. 2 jumps, 2 rages. They make their way to the back end. They are going to die off here, and I believe those Hogs kind of die off too. Unfortunately, the Valkyries were already pretty low health, and they hit that bomb tower, the bomb from the bomb tower after it died. But what he does have is he got his Barb King, some Wizards, Archers, Grand Warden, and an Archer Queen left for just that little group of defenses, and obviously that's not going to be a problem. Alright, pops his Archer Queen ability, which he still had, and finishes off the rest. Nicely done there. Number 5, Mercy, doing a bully attack. We'll watch this real quick. It is the highest Town Hall 9. One quick thing, I would have dropped that baby dragon here just to take care of this first, and then moved on to take care of these 2. Alright, made a quick funnel with his baby dragon and Archer Queen, and then in to kill the CC and 1 air defense. Going counterclockwise with his La Lune deployment. Haste spells. I would have saved maybe 2 loons just to come up from the top to take care of that sweeper real quick. But other than that, really nice deployment, and obviously really easy for a Town Hall 10 La Lune attack. Alright, number 6 by Kung Fu Monkey. Also doing a La Lune attack, a 2 Golem, 3 Lava Hound La Lune attack. Let's see where he comes in from. Alright, so coming in from the bottom, it looks like a Wizard on the left hand side creating a funnel. He's going to wait until these exterior buildings get taken out a little bit before he drops his golem, which is smart. Don't want the golems to start taking damage early if they don't have to. So he's got his funnel nicely created here. Got his 2 golems in, both heroes, and a couple of wizards as well. So they're gonna come in. CC is just now coming out. He's got his poison spell down. Pop his Barb King ability. The Archer Queen's gonna take down the 2nd air defense. So mission accomplished there. Right after that dragon dies, he's good to go. Okay, coming in from the top. This is what I was talking about. So you have this pie here that you've created. Sorry if this analogy is weird, but that's the only thing I can think of. So he's taking care of this piece of the pie, right? And with his kill squad. And then he's got his loons coming in. So this archer tower is being killed by the Archer Queen, so that's not a problem. But this bomb tower is the outermost defense on this side. First of all, I would have chose the other side. Reason being, he took out one sweeper, and this other sweeper is pointing in this direction. So its range is something like that, right? So instead of coming against the sweeper, I would come in from this side, drop my loons starting over here, here, 2 for each defense. Well, maybe more from this angle to get to this archer tower. And then have my 1st and 2nd lava hound to this air defense. And then make my way clockwise. That way, that sweeper is not even an issue because we're coming in from behind the sweeper. So just pay attention to which side you decide to come in from. You want to come in from the side that doesn't have a sweeper. Sometimes you can't take out one sweeper with your kill squad, and in which case you have to come in against the sweeper. But if you can avoid it, then you should avoid it. And that other thing that I mentioned is having these 3 rage spells instead of haste spells. He's got no haste spells. I believe that Kung Fu Monkey does have level 2 haste spells, which is provides a bigger boost, speed boost, than a maximum rage spell. Like I said before, 2 level 6 loon drops will kill every single defense level 9 or Town Hall 9 defense. So 2 loon drops will kill every single defense except for the air defense and the expos. And 1 expo is down already, so you only have 1 expo left and 2 air defenses. Those 3 defenses are the only ones you can't kill with 2 loon drops. And by the time the loons reach there will be more than 2 loons. So 3 loon drops will kill those 3 defenses as well. So the extra power is completely unnecessary. You'd much rather have a bunch of, instead of 3 rage spells, then you would have 6 haste spells, in which case you can just cover pretty much the entire map with just haste spells, which obviously I think is more useful than having the extra power. Anyway, let's continue. Keep your eye on those loons. They're gonna make their way in. So at this point he drops it in a rage spell. Notice the rage is really just covering 1 defense, which is the air defense. And now he has 2 rage spells left, so that extra power is only helping him really just for 1 defense. So what he really is using is the boost. So obviously, like I said before, the haste spell is much better for that than the rage spell. Alright, so let's continue. And notice here that because he didn't drop his balloons on the outermost defense on this side, these loons came in here, took out these defenses, and now they're traveling backwards to get this defense. And this Lava Hound, meanwhile, is going to move on, leaving these loons tankless. Eventually the Tesla will get freed up and start shooting these loons over here, and you're gonna start losing loons unnecessarily. Unnecessarily? Is that how you say it? But anyway, you guys know what I mean. Alright, let's continue. So as you can see here, this Tesla also being the balloons being blown back by the sweeper. So again, choosing the other side to come around would have been a little bit better. and he does have a huge group of balloons left. Laloon is very, very powerful in this meta right now, so just a bit better on the deployment. Just one defense away from the edge can make a big difference sometimes. So just pay attention to that. Make sure your balloons are always moving forward and not moving back, because that balloons are really, really slow, and if you don't have the amount of haste spells to cover the entire map, it could cost you sometimes. Obviously in this case it didn't, but in certain situations it might be the difference between a high percentage 2-star and a 3-star. Alright, nice job. Number 7, I did this one, also using a Laloon attack. Using a baby dragon on the top to create a funnel, and a golem and a couple of wizards to create the other side of the funnel. And I will drop a jump spell there to let the golem in. A little bit late on the jump, I lost a wizard there. And then Barb King in to get that Archer Queen. And I personally like to use a raid spell on the kill squad. Maybe not in this case, in hindsight. Usually I have maybe a couple of wizards there also behind with the Archer Queen, but anyway, Archer Queen is actually going to help take care of that first air defense. And then I drop my haste spell, and second Lava Hound, more haste spells. I am purposely taking it a little bit slow, just because I know I have a lot of Lava Hounds left and not enough of them have busted at this point, and I want at least 3 of them to bust, which I do eventually get here at the end, but still not too many lava pups, not as many as I want at least. But I did save one loon, and a minion and an archer there to clean up the corner huts, and that one loon I dropped there at the bottom just to help with cleanup. So, all right. Number 8. This attack bro did. Let's take a look at what he does here. Looks like a go va low attack with a couple of hogs too, but mainly loons for the back end. And this is what I was talking about before. You want some defense targeting troops to clean up the back end. And again, we see bro utilizing this strategy where he's got a couple of archers in the back just to clean up that dragon. Very efficient way of killing that type of CC troop. But anyway, he's got the golem down, got a baby dragon straight on that archer tower just to take care of it real quick. Golem on the other side, more wizards. Did not need a queen walk on this base. Decided to use 2 golems instead and just create a funnel that way, especially for a base that's this wide open. Got his Barb King, his Valkyries, and his Archer Queen. Coming in from the top right, he's got his jump, rage. Notice how early he dropped that second rage. That heal was a little bit off. I would have dropped that heal more on the back end along the wall. But dropping those spells quickly is what you want to do, because the Valkyries move really fast. But anyway, you see him dropping in his loons, targeting the air targeting defenses first, and there you go. The balloons were able to very quickly clean up the remaining defenses along the back end wall, and all that's left is cleanup. Nicely done. Number 9 by Kung Fu Monkey. Another Laloon attack. Archer Queen down, and golem there, another golem there. Looks like he's going for the right 2 air defenses. Um, and then what is he gonna do with this Archer Queen? Probably do a hero swap with his Barking because his Barking's not dropped yet. Let's see. Alright, so Kill Squad's in. Poison's down for the CC. Got his Wizards and his Archer Queen there, so they'll make short work of that CC. Meanwhile, here we go with the hero swap. Look at the bottom where he's got his Barking. He did wait until that Archer Queen stepped outside of the wall, and you do want to make sure you do that, because sometimes if you drop your Barking in while she's walking around the inside, the Barking might be in range, and the Archer Queen might not need to step outside of the wall, in which case you're stuck with your Barking beating on the wall, and with that many defenses there, it'll die before it gets through to kill the Archer Queen. So once again, I do want to mention, so here is the segment that you've cut out with the Kill Squad, and you've just done pretty much like a string deployment along this side. It looks like you're trying to go counterclockwise. So again, I would start dropping my loons over here, and then here, and then along the left hand side going counterclockwise. And let's take a look at this actually. So he's probably going to drop a Rage right here. Yep. So notice those balloons traveling in the opposite direction as all the other loons. Obviously it wasn't that far. It's going to make its way back to this Archer Tower and then join up with the group around where these Wizard Towers are. But if you can avoid it, you don't want your balloons traveling backwards. You want them all moving forward in this counterclockwise direction. Alright. Alright, let's continue. Got his last rage spell there. See, this is what I mean by not having haste spells. So he's got the 1, 2, 3 rage here, and at this point he's got a Tesla farm here and no rage spell left. Had he bought maybe 1 rage spell and 4 haste spells, you could have just done haste, 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 and then have a rage here for this Tesla farm. Alright, let's continue. Does have 1 Lava Hound left in front tanking, or 2 actually. 1 just busted there and does have 1 left. Decent spread on the Lava Pups there, and also he saved a couple of cleanup troops that Wizard up there doing some nice cleanup, as well as Minion on the left hand side, so nicely done. Alright, next one, number 10 by Fear. Fear doing a hobo attack. I do want to mention that obviously these are pretty bad bases, low bases that's being hit here, and I do know that sometimes if you are a higher Town Hall 9 with as you can see here, Fear with pretty much almost max offense, the only thing that's not max is his heroes, 25-28, and that's pretty much near max, and Fear's hitting this base, which is pretty much, other than the Expos, a Town Hall 8, even lower in some of the defenses. And I do appreciate it when people do these dip attacks, because it is sometimes needed. And I know it is frustrating sometimes as a higher Town Hall 9 or even a Town Hall 10 to have to dip attack, but unfortunately that is just the way wars are won. Sometimes it calls for the war calls for dip attacks. Sometimes you have to attack higher and maybe go for a 2-star on a Town Hall 10. Um, but again, it is the best way to win wars, to make sure that you have the most efficient way of taking out the 3-starring the bases. So usually the way that's done is you have your 9.5s dipping down to hit the higher Town Hall 9s, and you have your higher Town Hall 9s hitting the mid Town Hall 9s, and you have your mid and low Town Hall 9s taking out the low Town Hall 9s and probably some of the Town Hall 8s as well. So usually that is the best way to do things. Sometimes it's not the case, and in this war it wasn't the case. Our Town Hall 9s were more than capable of handling all the Town Hall 9s, which left I think 11 attacks for our Town Hall 10s to hit the top 4 bases. But this was a very easy war, and usually it's not the case. In a hard war, when it's tougher opponents, usually that is the way to do it. So I do appreciate when people make the sacrifice to dip low, even though obviously it is frustrating to hit much lower than your skill level, let's just say. But again, it is necessary as a team for us to make some sacrifices in order to win. But anyway, number 11, also by Fear, coming in with a, looks like a Go Vaho this time, doing a Queen Walk on the left hand side, a baby dragon there just to create a bit of a funnel. One hog in there to lure out the CC. This is my favorite CC to deal with, a dragon and 2 loons. It does pretty much nothing. It delays your Archer Queen for a couple of seconds, and then you continue on. Anyway, I think he dropped a wizard there just to make sure that he didn't need to use his ability or rage to keep his Archer Queen alive while the Archer Queen was dealing with the CC troops. Got another baby dragon there on that army camp. Good place to create a funnel because it is a very wide building. So once that building is gone, he knows that the Barking is not going to go down, and he wants his Barking to go up and meet up with the Archer Queen. Meanwhile, he has his Valkyries down, and they will make entry here at the top right hand side. Valkyries down, jump spell down, and rage stall in the core. Oh no, he's got all heals. For this base, works just as fine. Got his hogs in from the right hand side while the defenses are being tanked, and then he's got 2 heals left for his hogs. 1 heal here, and at this point it's pretty much done. He can swag the last heal, which I believe he does. Clean up wizards all around the back end side, and there goes that swag heal. Nicely done. Alright, number 12 by Predator, James's low Town Hall 9 account. Again, attacking much lower than his skill level, obviously. This is a pretty low Town Hall 9. All Town Hall, well actually the cannons are Town Hall 9 level defenses, and obviously the Expos are there, but they're only level 1. Using a 3 golem hobo attack here. I think 2 golems would have sufficed for this level of defense, but maybe I'm wrong. Let's see. Got the bowlers in, create a really nice funnel on the outside for his bowlers. As you can see, his bowlers are going right down the middle. Really nice split on his golems there. 1 going right and 1 going left. So tanking pretty much everything. And before you know it, pretty much 50% of the base is gone. or more actually, more like I'd say 65-70% of the base is gone before he even drops his hogs, and he's got his last heal spell left there for the last group of buildings, and he drops it there, but he could have swagged that as well. Alright. Got his Barb King on the left hand side. Cleanup Wizards has 5 swag hogs in the bag that he's going to save for probably a farm raid. So nicely done there. Alright. I think this was the last Town Hall 9. Predator coming in with a looks like a straight up 3 lava La Luna attack. Expos are set to ground, so those won't be an issue. Wisely uses 1 loon to lure the CC instead of a hog, because don't need to lure out those 2 loons because they won't even make their way out of the clan castle because it's an air attack. So just gets the dragon out, uses the Barb King to tank. Meanwhile, he drops down a jump spell. I would have used a archer there to maybe tank and just pop the AQ ability, and that way I can keep my Barb King healthy for that Archer Queen, because I did mention before, this Archer Queen aggroes really late. As you can see, it's just now aggroing onto the enemy Archer Queen, but luckily he was able to get that taken care of. But had you just used your ability to take care of that dragon real quick, your Barb King wouldn't have needed to be sacrificed there, just with maybe like an archer just to pull it first. But loons in, didn't really cut a piece of the pie with his kill squad, because it was a targeted strike just to kill the Archer Queen. There was no golem involved, so he's just using his loons to come in here. Looks like his majority of his loons is going to go towards the right, so he's going to continue on that path, dropping in the last remaining Lava Hound and going clockwise there, and dropping that haste spell there just to speed his balloons along around the outside. So last air defense there. Hopefully he can maybe get that last Lava Hound busted. Nope, it's not gonna bust. But tons of loons, and he did bring enough cleanup troops. As you can see, he brought his own minions, and also he has his baby dragon there, which is a very, very nice cleanup troop, especially when it's on its own. Alright, nicely done. Very nice war, everyone. Easy war, but this does give us a good chance to practice, so that's always nice. So I think that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time.